Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very filling blueberry cheesecake riot protein drink shake type thing, half beverage, half physical nutrients. So welcome back to Prison Architect, and in the previous episode we were doing more cloning, as well as adding in this extra room here, which has got things like cleaning cupboard, mail room, the chapel, empty room, which I'm not too sure what to do with. I'm probably going to go with Fight Club because that does cater for a freedom need, I believe. We've also got in these extra supplementary kitchens that is aiding in our food distribution, which even then, I don't think these are big enough, but we'll see how we get on. In terms of what we've got to do, well, the goal for the series was to make money. We have done that. That is definitely goal achieved. 1.5 million almost in the bank, getting around 60 per day, and that's only going to increase because I plan on adding in a lot more wind-solar hybrids pretty much around the entire perimeter at some point. I'm going to add another one here and see what that's going to do. I know that's just going to add in another 5 grand. It's going to cost us about probably 100,000 to do, but we'll get 5 grand per day, and that's because it won't be supplying the rest of the prison. Although I might move it up and do a bit of load balancing on that one. Either way, there's a couple of areas that we don't have anything on. So we've got these 2 areas here. I originally planned off the first one to be an additional kitchen and canteen, second one being a flower garden, but I don't think the first is needed at the moment. But if we were to add more prisoners, add more cells in and get more prisoners, that would aid in reform, would aid in forestry. Like if we go over to logistics here, you can see that, only maybe, a tenth of the jobs that you can do in the forestry are actually being done. And over here, cleaning cupboard, for the library, that they're not getting worked on. So we need more prisoners. Could go for expansion, but it's sort of outside the scope of the build. But we could add them in here, certainly. The only problem is that I was going to add in a flower garden, but looking at it, I don't think it's necessary. So there's behavioural therapy, which we're not doing, which is fine. Farm work safety, we don't need that. Yes, we could put farms in and make money, that is all good. But it's just an additional sort of logistics nightmare that we have to deal with, and we still haven't maxed out the forestry job, and that's assuming I don't even clone it over to here, which I'm probably going to do, acknowledging that we probably don't need to, but just for the sake of, ease, we'll do it. We could get more prisoners, but it's going to look a bit messy. Anyway, going back to flower therapy, it says these sessions will be based around the idea of calming and relaxing prisoners by giving them something to care and look after. Led by a gardener in a flower garden, session under 2 hours, voluntary, practical, intermediate, but only 80 prisoners, less than half of our total inmates, want to actually do it. So is there any point? I'm not convinced. Either way, let's go over to security. Excuse me. And I'm going to get rid of a lot of these bits that we put in, like the health monitor and stuff, because it was just done for the sake of the grant, and we don't really need to bother with that one. For some reason, the water's not connecting there. Do you know what it probably is? It's probably... if you connect them like direct like that, it sort of flows both ways and ends up breaking, so we'll see. I've said it's dismantled, but why would you go to sell? It's just a lot easier. And that's not worked. Cancel that, and cancel that one. That one's okay. Large pipe. We're going to have to put in... Well, this is adding in a noteworthy sort of weakness to the design, but if I just add in one of them there, it should hopefully fix the problem, but we'll see. And let's just max speed this out, and I can see that the router has been... Oh, you can't sell the router. Interesting. Hang on. Let's go over to storage here. What have we got in storage that we can get rid of? I'm thinking pretty much all of it. We can go for the medical box, sell object, tall fridge. I'm going to keep it for now. Health monitor, sell. Fridge, keep for now. Definitely get rid of the guard locker, sell. Tracking monitor, sell. And router, sell. Visitor table, we probably don't need to get rid of, but yeah. Right, okay. So, just since we've been talking, we've had more money coming in. We've now got over 1.5 million. And, Stitch and Stokel has been killed by, well, I'm going to say Adam Swanton. Attacked prisoner, it says. Doesn't say killed, though. Okay. But, I mean... probably happened. Let's go over to intelligence and security. We did add in extra... Yeah, we did add in extra security. by adding in the secondary protective custody, but apparently that's just someone we missed. Okay, keep an eye on that one. In terms of food, one of the things I was thinking of doing is, at the moment, if we go over to needs, we can see that food need is being looked after. I think that might change if we start adding in more prisoners, which is, you know what I'm going to do? Let's just go over to quick build, custom, cloning. And I want to clone, say, that. Additional one. That. Will that fit in? It will. Why is that? It's a weird size though, isn't it? Like there's still a bit more space. How strange. It's just because of the form factor, I guess. Well, one's going to go in there, and another one's going to go next to it. I'll obviously have to put the running track in and such, but I'll sort that out. Yeah, when it comes to more inmates and food, there's 3 hours of free time before. What I can do is I can shift this first set of eat up by an hour and add an additional hour. So there'll still be sleep, then an hour of free time, and then 3 hours of eat. Then we'll go to work free time, work lockup, work free time, and then I'm going to, again, add in the extra eat and have 3 hours. Something we don't often do. So basically, I say I often do. I can't remember a time when I have done it. Surely I will have done it at some point, but still. Yeah, so we'll probably have a look at that if we need it. But I'm going to get in this set of cells first and see how we get it on. More uniforms, more spam, more better. It's often something we have to do. And, oh, is that another inmate? Snitch. Keep missing them. There is mods you can get where you can have a snitch sorter. Yeah. Let's go with vulnerable. Right. Almond. There's also a Langdon, I think. There. Ex-prison garden quick. Protective custody. Yeah, sorted. Found a tunnel, and it was going, well, going down. Let's do a tunnel search. It'll often glitch out. 261 places searched, or to search. We found another tunnel. Found a chainsaw, rolling pin, drills, screwdrivers, cell phones, saws, poisons, medicine. Strangely, by making it more secure, I don't make as much money. When we had stuff being thrown in over the wall, we would often, well, we would sell it basically, because that's what we can do with this warden. We would sell it. But not so much now, because, well, stuff's still being stolen, but it's not like a absolute free-for-all like it was previously. Let's go ahead and add in this additional running track. What I might do, I might put some like weight benches or something here, just to, you know, utilise the space. I don't think we need any more phone taps, they're pretty much sorted. So yeah, there's definitely a tunnel there, but it's right in the centre of the facility. I'm not worried about it. Oh, look at that. Daily cash flow has dropped to a meagre 49,000. Loads of stuff coming in on the bus, which is good. I'm tempted to add more dog crates, actually. Dog crates. Looks like they're going to be sharing a bowl. You know, suboptimal, but still. Levels of Contraband the prisoner out of control. I bet they are. If I go to intelligence in the last 24 hours, it's going to look ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. Coming out through these areas. I mean, it's being found. Just think about what stuff isn't being found. There is a... Actually, not an overwhelming demand. No, supply, should I say, for weapons. Why is the most expensive trade price a rolling pin? Battens, clubs, knives, shanks. Oh, it's all just changed now. But yeah, barbed wire bat has gone up as well. There you go, it's dropped back down. Yeah, basically, rolling pin is the thing that people really want. What, people are just really up for baking, aye? Tools, you can see. There's, again, rolling... Why rolling pin? How curious. I don't know why rolling pin. Narcotics. Produce narcotics, no. Luxuries, there's some there. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. How are we doing over here? The workers are on top of it. While I'm waiting, patrols, and it's going to be... I know we should be fine. Blue patrol. And that's okay. Magenta patrol. And there we go. So I'll add in dog handlers, like so. Utilities, electrical. Just run the utilities in like so. Water. Yeah, water. What about it? Well, I am unwilling to compromise on the water. I'm not going to run the pipe work all through this centre bit here to get that pipe work distributed. That would just be far too much of a security risk for me to accept. So I'll put in some other stuff. Back to water, small pipe. In we go. Another death there. Let me guess. Another snitch that I haven't picked up on. Oh no. It's Forrest here, Mark Forrest, who has failed parole. It says murdered a prisoner with a fountain pen, but they are unconscious because we've healed them up quickly. Good. But that has brought to light the little check of this. No, it's fine. We're getting early prisoner release bonuses, which is good. We are not getting the... we're not getting in the uniforms. Oh, they're coming in now. That's okay. It's because we ordered so much here in one go. So you got your cloning, you got all that coming in. Then I've placed the uniforms. Then I've bought in loads of running track and all sorts. So yeah, that's what's happening there. First one's completed. The second one's pretty much there. I think I will do a proper shakedown at the night. That's probably what's going to happen. As I said, in terms of cash flow is very good. We are exporting power, but you can export up to a maximum of 5,000. I reckon if we add in loads of wind solar hybrids, we could probably do that. This tunnel's getting out of hand as well in the middle. I mean, it's not going anywhere. I'm not, like, overly concerned about it, but, yeah. Let me just double check intelligence and security. We don't have anyone coming in additionally. There was mention of getting in a helicopter by someone putting a helicopter right in this corner so we can quickly distribute stuff. It's not actually a bad idea. I don't know if we need it, but, you know, it might be useful. I'm seeing ex-law enforcement come in immediately, so we definitely have a couple of people that we have to move over, but they've just come in. 2 grants on the go. 10 prisoners passed the foundation education course. We've done 8 of those. No one's done general yet, but we'll see. Oh, there you go. We've got 3 people that now need to be in protective custody. Coombs, Vandell, and White. I'm not going to move them over to the different place just yet. They have to be escorted in first if you try to change them while they're still handcuffed. All manner of nonsense can occur, and we don't want that. Excuse me. So, Vandell and White. There's both of them now in the facility. So, protective custody. And White. There we go. That's all good. And, like I say, we're keeping an eye on mainly food. So there is a family need. Mailroom can help with that. Yeah, well, we do have a mailroom now. And it is getting worked on by mainly staff members. What I'm noticing, actually, a lot of these workers are going and putting stuff in a recycle bin. Okay. Recycling bin. I'm going to put in here and here. And put in an actual bin next to it. So it's a bit more centralised. Do I want the same in here? Could put a recycling bin in this area, That'll do. And see how we fare. And, 8 prisoners unable to be assigned to a cell. So we've had a bit of a glitch there, where we've had distribution in the morning. It's sent inmates, but they haven't turned up because of the backlog of trucks. And Tot Hill has murdered the parole officer. I did have a guard there, so there's not much else I could have really done about that one. Right, back over to security, and we don't have anyone that we need to put in protective custody. I'm not really worried about these inmates as they are not being able to be escorted elsewhere because, well, it'll be done shortly as parole goes through and releases and such. The throughput's fine. Let's go with to put weights benches in. Do put weights benches in. Yeah, put weight benches in. Why not? Like that. And quite frankly, we're gonna clone over here. I'll only do the one for now because we've seen the backlog that we were getting. Currently eat time. There is that food need, but it is being looked at. Just keep an eye on the bottom left. We got about 75 there, about 75%. That's good. Spirituality and literature is much better than it was, so that's good. Shake down all sectors, nearly 2,000 places. See, this is not a big map. We've certainly had bigger maps, but it's just so full. It's very cramped. Okay. So let's see what we can find. In terms of trucks, we have a lot of trucks. Yeah. The problem I have is that this forestry is just so big that, well, basically, if I was to clone it down there, it would only be a proximity thing. It would just split the jobs in half. So we wouldn't be able to fulfill all of it. So the question is, why would I do it? And I don't have an answer for that other than ease. What else could we do? Could go with the whole restaurant and bakery thing. We could go orchard, but then we're adding on to the whole, where is it, policy stuff. Policy, yeah, your continuous planting and fertilizing and things like that, and then using sort of better food. Yeah, not really too sure if that's necessary. Let me just stop some of these programs because we've pretty much finished them now, and that'll give us some more money. Oh, there's still some in the queue. I might as well fire that back up again. Release prisoners reform. We're still on negative, minus 5,000. But how many have we released in total? According to prison grading, 364 prisoners have been released. Okay. Curious. Reform rate is 29%. It tends to fluctuate when people come in. Prisoner wages. I'm going to increase it. Trying to get more people working. Obviously, that's going to reduce the amount of money we get, but I don't think we're really too bothered about that, considering the money that we have. Finished off our shakedown, so that's all good. Again, looking at all food distribution here. Got to 83%. It's fine. It's fine. More cloning, more better. Put that in there. Flooring, running track. Comes down like that. Adds in there. Objects as well will be weights bench. And there we go. Utilities will have to run in as well. Yeah, I might as well run them in. These come in big blocks. So it's not going to necessarily back the entire facility up. Not wholly anywhere. Over to intelligence security. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now. Why is this guy in his cell, by the way? Solitary. Right. End punishment. So, policy. We do have some solitary in there. Match with medium. There we go. That's fixed that problem. I was wondering why. I kept looking in that menu and I saw them. Just, oh, I thought, oh, they've always had handcuffs on. I wonder what's going on there. And oh, looks like Scott Young here, extremely volatile, attacked staff and serious injury. The parole guy ran away after being attacked. All right. Well, looking at this space here, as I said, I'm going to add in more. I'm going to add in more sort of wind solar hybrids. Oh, good grief! There's even more stuff bought. Right. Okay. Interesting. What's happening there? Failed to install. I wonder what's gone on there. I think it's just because of the... Yeah, we're still ordering stuff in. Okay, that's fine. How 10 prisoners passed the foundation education course. We're on 90% of that one. So, you know, we're slowly chipping away at it. We've only got a couple of grants. You've got criminally insane wing, we're not doing that. Basic farming, no. Bakery production, no. Restaurant service, no. Self-sustaining, advanced farming and overproduction, again, that sort of hooks into that other stuff, and we're not doing that either. For needs, we do have some critical family need. Okay. And clothing as well, which we always tend to see. And what there? James Sirrar, murdered by a prisoner with a chainsaw. They don't have any traits that I can see. No reputations. How curious. Right. Let's fix the uniform problem again by doing spam uniforms. And spam uniforms. I think it's just a case of everything's well backed up. So, danger level's going right down. It's still high. I'm a bit concerned about that family need, because it is critical. If I go to, is it Fight Club? For all intents and purposes, the room does not exist. No. I don't know what would be... I mean, we're not adding visitation, because it would be all the way back here, and it was never part of the design. The one thing I could do is having this room here and just change it to a common room and completely fill it with calling booths. I mean, we've got loads of phones, haven't we? Fulfilling their family need. Yeah, we've got loads of phones. They're not being used though. Maybe the prisoners know they're bugged. Oh, look at that. Ah. Well, that's something I probably need to fix. Let me do a tunnel search. See how we get on. Double check intelligence and security. No vulnerable. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Goes quite a way, that. I reckon it's from this one. Hasn't been found. We have found 2 tunnels. Taser just got off from somewhere there. We found 2 tunnels. Let's see where. Oh, it's around here, where we were detecting the tunnels anyway. That's fine. Okay. Well, I am going to go with toilet and sink dismantle. Prioritise that. I mean, that's a good effort. Well done them. Got quite far with that. I'll remove that and prioritise the removal of it. Going to go to toilet and sink. Another death. Oh! That is Stephen Comrie. Destruction, attack, staff, serious injury, murder, found weapons. It appears that our foreman has been murdered with a drill. Guards are flying in here. There's Waterhouse. I think it's just because of the general danger level. Well, I'm going to have to hire another foreman. We will not tell the foreman how their predecessor left the facility. We'll just keep that to ourselves, shall we? Water. Interesting. It's not connected. Okay. Well, I'll get that connected up. Just remove that. And there's more inmates, more better. 292 all told. Loads of prisoner uniforms hanging around, so that's okay. I'm noticing that because of the deliveries, what's been backed up is the raw sheet metal material. And here's more inmates as well. Security. We do have 3 people. We've got Hill, Cadwell, and Lee. Snitch ex-law enforcement, and then ex-law enforcement. So we'll see what happens when they get in. We'll move them over. And there we go. We've just passed the 2 million mark. Almost certainly a record. A personal record. I can't recall ever getting that amount of money in a facility before. We can't spend it fast enough. Let's go with where was it again? Intelligence, security, back over to vulnerable. Prisoner Lee. Matt Lee. And security again. Intelligence, security. And then Hill. Why is Hill? Oh, they've got lockdown. End punishment. Oh. Well, I've just seen them. Let's go protective custody and search prisoner. I've just seen them with a pen. Let's see if we find that pen. Interesting. Maybe not. Alright. Well, we still got more inmates coming in. We still have some needs for this family needs that we need to sort. But I don't know what the solution with that would be. We're not having visitation. We do have video calling booths, but only in the other common rooms, like the protective custody ones. Basically what I'm saying is, this meeting room can be a lot smaller, as can the classroom. I could probably shrink these up a bit. It wouldn't take too long to redo. Shrink them up a bit. Still repurpose it, so we'll have classroom and meeting room, but also an additional room. I'll have to do the same down here as well, although I probably won't. The chapel and mailroom are actually fine. I might just have this as a common room with loads of visitor calling booths, or it could just be a case of they're just working too much, they're not being able to speak to family, because there's so much of the phone booths in the middle. Like, they have that, there's the capacity for that to, you know, be fulfilled, so I'm not too sure. Either way, we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. Next episode, like I say, we'll go ahead and I might just get in the additional prisoners, look at maybe changing up that room over here. We'll see. Let me know what you think. And, oh yeah, we're also going to probably try and get some more power export. Yeah, still a fair way to go, but definitely on the latter part of the series now. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it. And as always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.